This episode is brought to you by Shopify. That's the sound of switching your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling. Harness the best converting checkout and same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Stop leaving sales on the table. Discover why millions trust Shopify to build, grow, and run their business. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech23.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I will be talking on the EDP445 situation. For those that don't know, I reacted to a bunch of his videos. It was a lot, you know. I didn't realize I reacted to so many of his videos up until today. Yep, today I had to make a, it wasn't even that hard of a decision. Like, I talked about it with my fans, and my fans seemed like they were chill with it, so I took the videos down. Yeah, every video that I reacted to of EDP, I took them all down, because I was like, I don't want that type of, I just don't overall like the content. It was funny, but the character, like, I can't have that type of stuff being promoted on my channel. And one of the videos had 100,000 views, and it was one of my most viewed videos. But yeah, I seen the news last night. Went to sleep, kind of was like, you know, thinking about it, see what was gonna, you know, happen with the situation. But then I started thinking more and more about it, and then yeah, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to most likely end up taking them videos down. So it was either that, or I was going to make a video saying that I wasn't going to react to any more of his videos. But then that's why I started thinking of, like, okay, I say that, I make that video, he gets mad, copyright strikes all the videos, now my channel is not on YouTube anymore. So I'm like, okay, I overall had to make a smart decision and stuff. So yep, well, or after I was finished streaming, I took down all of them, every single video I can find. Yeah, I just pretty much, originally I just searched up EDP, and then, I seen some other videos. I was like, well, actually, no, that's what I did. I typed up TMossBoss and then EDP, and then I seen all the videos I need to see, took them all down. So, if you were a fan of those videos, sorry, I guess, you know, like, that's just overall, like, what happens when a content creator, you know, uses his fame, like, you know, as an advantage to talk to people. And it's like, you gotta understand, like, you're gonna talk to people your age, that's fine. I don't care about that. You could do that as many times as you want. That ain't gonna mean nothing to me. But when you use it to talk to underage people, people that's like, you know, they don't really understand the situation. They just see it as that their favorite content creator is contacting them. Anybody would flip out over some stuff like that. So that's why I've always, like, have spoke against that, YouTubers using their fan base for their own benefit. And that's something where I'm like, I just couldn't bring myself to do that. You know, like, I couldn't bring myself, unless it's like something YouTube, like, if I'm saying like, hey guys, go subscribe to this or follow this, or, you know, stuff like that, like, what else? Like, my thing is, like, besides watching my content, that'll probably be as far as I'll take it. But when it's things like, oh, meet me here, or let's do this, or let's, you know, even if they are over the age, like, I still wouldn't want to do that, you know, to that person and things. And so that's, I'm like, yeah, I just think that content creators, it's like, you have to understand that your fans subscribe to you one day, but they can be gone the next. So don't think for a second, like, you know, oh, I can do this, get away with it, and then, you know, because that ain't cool, man. That's not cool at all. Like, when I did overall hear the situation, I'm like, bruh, what is you thinking? Like, my thing is that you are probably one of the funniest content creators on YouTube. Every time when you're doing something, people are laughing about it. People find it funny. I'm saying you could go out there and get anybody that you want, but yet you decide that I'm going to talk to a 13-year-old. Now, here's what I have to say about it. you know he had to think at some point in time, because I feel like right before a person makes a bad decision, there's like that regret, like, yo, should I do this, or am I gonna get in trouble? I'm probably not gonna get caught, or let me just overall see how this goes down. And now look, there's a video traveling around of him, like, man, I'm like, bro, it just doesn't make any sense why people would do that. I just like, man, it's I just don't understand it. I'm like, it's messed up, because I'm like, I know people that are under the age, and if it would have been my kids, or if it had been like, I mean, I don't have kids, but if it would have been like, if I did have kids, and then that type of stuff would have happened to them, where some YouTuber things, they're gonna like take advantage of my kids, I'm gonna probably beat that YouTuber badly, to the point where I'm probably going to prison. So just saying, I'm like, I don't play around with stuff like that. And I just think that it's dumb. Like, you can really, like, at the end of the day, it's like, not to try to like put that like player perspective in a person's head, but I'm just saying, like, you can literally talk to any girl your age or around your age, over the age of 18, 21. You can talk to any of them. Why? Because you are this famous content creator. Why? Because you are funny. It ain't like this like something wrong with him. So that's why I'm like, fam, why would you mess this all up? Like, besides YouTube, overall his life, why would you mess that all up? Because it's like, now you can't do the YouTube stuff. You can't do that YouTube stuff. And it's like, you have been pretty, like, my thing is, like, you are pretty viral when it comes to the internet. I don't know how many times I've heard his audio on TikTok, or how many times I've seen memes of his, or, I've seen a bunch of different things of EDP. So that's why I'm like, fam, you had messed this up and messed it up badly. Like, that leads me to believe that, this virus, this like coronavirus, it really just got like a lot of people just screwed up in the head. Like, I feel like everybody kind of had like their fair share of it, and they handled it better than others. But I feel like, with this virus, I just personally feel like with this virus, it just made a lot of people go crazy. Because I'm like, fam, I'm like, unless he was doing this before. I mean, they said that there was allegations. I hadn't really heard nothing, because I don't be following EDP like that. Like, I mean, I just, anytime I guess I see one of his videos in my recommendations, I react to it, because I know it's going to be funny. But I guess, yeah, there was allegations previously before. Then there's this video that the part of it got leaked out, where he said, like, he knew that the girl was 13. And it's like, bruh, you messed it up, man. You messed it up. Like, you could have very well, like, just let that, because I'm like, and especially with all this like James Charles situation going on, like, I feel like that should be that should be your sign. That should be your sign, like, okay, I shouldn't talk to this person. I shouldn't be associating myself with this person. I need to talk to somebody that's around my age, or overall over the age of 18 or 21. And how do you figure that out? And one of my friends, shout out to Dark Shadow, but one of my friends, he said while I was streaming, he was like, if you, he was like, or, to eliminate because my thing is like, if she can't go into GameStops and buy a rated M game, or can't go into a bar and drink, she's too young. But here's the one thing that Dark Shadow, shout out to him, here's what he said: if you can't bring them into a casino. And I was like, that is perfect, because you have to be over the age of 18 to be in a casino, and then you also have to be over the age of 21 to gamble. So I'm like, fam, that is perfect. That is perfect. So I'm like, yeah, because I'm like, trust me, I was talking about that my whole casino experience. And yeah, like, I was over the age of 18. I was walking all throughout that casino. But I wasn't over the age of 21. So therefore, I'm like, yeah, it's like, don't gamble. Overall, I'm like, I'm just telling y'all, don't try to gamble in Vegas under the age of 21, because it ain't gonna be good for you. So, but anyways, or what? When was that? I'm trying to think. No, I think I was I was 18 at the time when I had went down there. So yeah, I was like, yeah. It overall, like, yeah, you can walk around, you do whatever, but when it comes to that gambling stuff, yeah, that's how I'm like, go take them to a casino. Take them to a casino. If you could go and take them to a casino, and they're all like, oh, I'm like, I can't, no, I can't do anything. Like, I overall, I don't want to go to. I'm like, hey, yo, we could just be in here for like 5 minutes. That's it, 5 minutes. I just need to see something real quick, okay? And if they start arguing with talking about, oh, you don't trust my age, I'm like, if it's gonna lead into an argument, yes, I do not trust your age. If we can go in there without no questions, all I just need to do is see you buy an alcohol beverage or go on the slot machine. Those are the only two things I need you to do. If you can't do those two things, you're too young for me. And even I was saying that in the stream. I'm like, even though like 18 is like the legal adult like age and stuff, with me, I'm like, nah, I gotta see a 2 in front of you. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I'm like, I've been in my 20s for 4 years now, and I'm used to seeing 2s now. So I'm like, anything under that, I'm like, nah, I'm sorry. I'm like, it's one of those things where it just, I don't feel comfortable with that. I'm like, nah, like it just don't, I mean, I would like, but at the same time, I'm like, a part of me is like, dang, like, this person's young, like this is like some, this too much, or it's like, it ain't too, no, it's too little, like that's what it is. It's like, it ain't too much, it's too little. Too much is over the age of 21. But yeah, I'm like, it's one of those things where I just, I tell, and I've spoke on that so many times, like, even, I mean, like, not with this particular situation, but with like, when I got into it with like people on YouTube, and I would see how like they would just, manipulate a kid, and I'm like, fam, like, do you not understand? Because you're a kid, you're not gonna understand. You probably don't even know what the word manipulate means. But I'm like, me as an adult, like, I see this stuff. I'm like, I've been on YouTube for 11 years. I know how this stuff works. I know how it works. I've paid attention to the entertainment business. I know how this stuff works. They manipulate people. And I'm like, fam, I don't understand why you can't just be normal when it comes to this type of stuff. Like, you ain't gotta talk to nobody under the age. You ain't gotta be weird. You ain't gotta be a creep. You ain't gotta be none of that. You just gotta be a normal person. Now, why is that so hard? That's what I'm like, that type of stuff I just don't understand. Like, it's like a chemical. I mean, people was doing this before the virus. But I'm like, and I can't put all of the blame on the virus. But I just think that this virus had enabled a lot of stuff and things. So I'm like, with him, maybe this was already in him. Maybe he'd been doing this for years and we're just now discovering it now. I don't know. I haven't really got too deep into it, but overall, I did want to just let everybody know, and I do plan on doing a video version of it, letting everybody know that I deleted all the EDP videos. Because I don't want, him on my channel. I'm like, after he's doing stuff like that. Because I know it's like, because overall, I'm like, I know for a fact that if I do come out and say I'm not reacting to his videos, like I was saying, he's gonna for sure be like, oh, this guy gonna say that? He's gonna be like, oh, well, watch this. Next thing you know, I'm getting all these different copyright strikes. And now my channel is terminated, and now I can't even post on my main channel anymore. So I'm like, it's better me than him, because I'm like, I ain't gotta worry about no strikes if it's me. I'm like, with him, I gotta worry about some strikes. So I have been playing a risky game if I would have waited or would have made that video or whatever. But anyways, and then I'm like, I know there's gonna probably be people. I know my thing is that I don't want people to come to my channel and then they know of the EDP situation, and then they see his face like in my most viewed section, because there was a few of his videos that was in my most viewed section. I have videos like well over 1,000 views. One video had 24,000 views. Other video had 108,000 views. And I know a lot of people will probably be thinking like, me being a small content creator, like I had to be crazy to do some stuff like that. Hey, look, here's the thing. I made all the money that I need to make off of it. So at the end of the day, I made my money. And it felt like afterwards, if I still would have kept those videos up, I feel like a part of me would have felt bad, because I'm like, there's people that probably do come to my channel, like, as kind of like a safe house and things. They come to my channel just to watch my videos, have fun. But I don't know everybody. I don't know all of my subscribers, like, personal lives and stuff. So I don't know what things they've been through. And I feel like, they're like, oh, I'm going to try to avoid EDP at all costs. But it's like, you can't if you're a fan of me, because it's like some of my most viewed videos contain his face. So that's why I'm like, that's why it was another reason why I had took down the channel. And I'm like, or took down the videos, because I'm like, I ain't take my channel. No, I ain't doing that. But anyways, but yeah, I'm like, that's why I took the videos down. I'm like, nah, there's just too many reasons to take the videos down, and there wasn't enough reasons to leave the videos up. So I'm like, I have to. I'm like, I've really, at the end of the day, it was, even though it was me that made that decision, I really had no choice. I really had no choice when it came to taking those videos down. So, man, I'm like, EDP, that's like, you messed up. I'm like, not even so much for me. I could care less that I delete those videos. I'm like, I've had to delete so many videos this year, and they ain't even funny. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I've went crazy with the whole deleting video stuff. I'm like, and at the end of the day, and that's what Priscilla from Four Souls is telling me, like, hey, you're going to get those views back. And I'm like, I know I am. So that's why I'm like, I ain't even tripping about it. And I'm like, plus here's the thing, EDP wasn't even really one of my favorite YouTubers. Like that, like I said, he wasn't one of those guys where I would always like go out and try to see what videos he uploaded and see what, because I think the reason why I remember I reacted to, I think it was like 2 videos prior before this situation, which was maybe like a couple of months ago. And I reacted to those videos overall because I think it was just a lot of people was commenting on my EDP reactions. And so at the time, I wasn't hearing or seeing anything about, the allegations or, what he was overall doing. But then, then it was like, now I'm like hearing all this stuff. But I was like, the only reason why I reacted to that, because I'm like, I know I still got some EDP fans subscribed to my channel. So, I guess here's some videos for you guys. Like, you wanted to see me react to EDP. Here y'all go. So I did that, and then I was like, after that I didn't react to any more of his videos, and so I was like, I'm just gonna do my thing on here. And then all this stuff went down, and I was like, oh well, I'm just gonna have to take all those videos down anyway. So yeah, I'm like, here's my advice to all content creators out there and people over the age. Don't talk to anybody unless you know them, okay, or you're going to be talking to them with good intentions, and you ain't gonna be doing no weird stuff like with EDP or James Charles and all that crap. Like, you just wanting to talk. My thing is, like, it's okay to do that. I'm like, I be in my streams talking to people that be in high school and stuff, and it trips me out to know that I always just assume I might be having people around my age, but it just trips me out when it be people like older than me or much younger than me. And they be watching my videos. So yeah, I'd be chilling with them for the most part. My thing is, like, I just treat them, I make it seem like that, it's like a neutral friendship. Like, I see them as my age, and then they see me as their age, where it's like, we just having fun. We just overall being cool with each other. We ain't doing nothing weird. We ain't being weird. We just sit down, we just talk with each other. That's it. That's all I want. And then it's any other extra stuff. It's all like, they want to be all weird and things. I'm like, hey, yo, did you tell me you was in school? I'm like, nah, you ain't getting me caught up. So I'm like, that ain't happening. So I'm like, it's one of those things. I'm like, yeah, if you gotta like stalk a person's profile, because I remember somebody was like asking me about that, like, why should you have to stalk a person's profile? Cause then, like, you don't know if they under the age or not. I'm like, that's why. I'm like, go through their followers, see the type of people that they're following. If they're following a bunch of, actually, no, go to their tag photos on Instagram, right? Go to their tag photos or whatever platform that they're on. I mean, you can really see, like, if they got Instagram, go to their Instagram. But if they're on any other platforms, then, see what they got going on. Go through their tweets, go through their followers. If they're following a lot of people that look like they're in high school, or if you've seen like, oh, such and such HS and things, 2024 or whatever, I'm like, hey, then there you go. I'm all like, that should overall. I'm like, I know people be like, oh, what if that's like a friend or another friend? What if that's like family or something? That doesn't necessarily mean that. I'm saying if that's all of their followers, if that is all of their followers, and then they're following One Direction, Justin Bieber, and Ariana Grande, they too young for you. So I'm like, you need to leave that situation alone, because all you just gonna do is get yourself caught up, and then you're gonna have to answer for some stuff. Because my thing is like, to overall, like, to people that like to go out and do that weird stuff, and I highly doubt that they'll be listening to my podcast, and I highly doubt that they'll be taking any of my advice. But here's my question. Do you think you would be able, like, let's say if you were able to bring, this person to your parents, would you? If they under the age? No, you wouldn't. Do you think that they would welcome you into their home to meet their parents? Unless you guys is on some weird stuff, and that stuff doesn't matter, then y'all is just on some weird stuff, and y'all gonna get caught by somebody that's not on some weird stuff. But I'm like, if you can't bring each other home, then I'm like, hey, then the relationship, that whole thing just needs to be canceled. So yeah, I'm like, I don't know why people be out there doing weird stuff like that. But anyways, to anybody that be dealing with this stuff, always speak up. Don't let nobody silence you on no stuff like that. So But anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching in or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, like, subscribe, podcast, follow, subscribe. Subscribe to one of my 31 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at TMossBoss. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you guys for watching in or listening, and peace.